Good morning. Welcome back to Tarot Oak and Runes. So guys, I'm coming off my 4-day hiatus. We just had some things going on here where I live that I just had to take some time. Okay. So I have gotten my decks, new decks. And I am just going to tell y'all that a short little story here. My decks came, I think UPS. I'm not really sure, but I got 3 of them. I haven't got the ones from Magic.com yet, but I do have the ones that I got from. Oh, sorry, Sky. That I got from. Where's the other one at? Guys, I have so many decks. Well, I'm just going to focus on the first 2 then. The other one's in another gray container. But at any rate, so my decks actually went to somebody else's house, who then gave it to somebody else. And only because I showed them to someone else and said my decks got stolen, they said they arrived. And she mentioned it to the person who got given them, who said, "Oh my God, I'm not a thief. I have to give you your cards." I'm like, I'm the only Lana, guys. I'm the only Lana in a community of like 1,200 people. Okay, if not everybody has an idea of who I am, the other half know me because of the grocery stores, the work I do here. I mean, everybody knows who I am, pretty much, okay? And a lot of them know I have a YouTube channel. So, how somebody that lives in the same park as I do not know that these were mine blows my mind. I think they just wanted to keep them, then felt guilty and gave them to someone else, you know. Anyway, so this is what we're going to do. So, these are the 2 decks, 2 of the 3 decks that I got. This one is Spiritual Symbols, and I know it's backwards on the thing. And it is Oracle deck. I got both of these from Amazon. The other one is What's Blocking You for Singles and Relationships. But it also talks about other blocks, too. This one has 80 decks. It doesn't say how many are in this other deck. The Empath Soul. And this manufacturer is Sai Shu. So, Sai, S-I, Shu, S-H-U-I. I'm probably pronouncing those wrong. So, the Spiritual Symbols deck has positive and negative on each side of it. Guys, there's 80 cards in this deck. Okay? And it does have some planetary stuff in here. So, like Hourglass. Old school ways of thinking. Time's running out. Death is near. Time is the enemy. Everything turned upside down. Okay, there's one meaning on one side of it, and then when you turn it over, there's, or depending on, you know, how, if some people do reversals, some don't. Me, I'm just, whenever I lay them out, whatever's on the bottom, that's what I'm going to go with. But old school ways of thinking, that's turned upside down. What's the other one? Beauty, marriage, connections, passing a time, new stage in life, use your time wisely, effectively. So there's a positive and a meaning on each side of the card. But then we've got one here. It talks about water, feeling overwhelmed, detox your life, stop martyring yourself for loved ones, unaddressed emotions holding you down. On the flip side is protection from negative force, purification, major life changes, untapped skills, comfort, and new life. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? And there's positive and I don't want to say negative. There's the reverse meanings on the other side. Let me see if I can. There's healing. There's stay awake. There's worth the effort. There's rain. There's clothesline. Cauldron. What's the cauldron one say? Cauldron. Nourishment. Positive outcomes. Positive power over yourself and others. Tremendous influence. Helping others. The reverse is feeling controlled by others. Stirring the pot. Illusion. Self-manipulative. Loss of power. It's got this beautiful cauldron on it with this purple light coming out of it. Okay. Bull. Dark Lords, Sorcery, Tyrant, Dilettante. I'm not sure what that one means. And there's a clock. Oh, here's one with a planet. Mercury. Short term, decisions without thought. Irritability, indecisions, critical, deceptive, blunt, cruel words, sarcastic, fleeting. It's got a picture of Mercury on there, or their interpretation of Mercury. And on the flip side, it has quick action, adaptability, selection, wise, clear, and concise communication, quick wit, intellectually expressive, processes into clearly. Okay. I did one of the reasons why I got this was because it has some planets on it. But guys, it has everything else from inventor, addict, achiever, staff, epicure, self-absorbed, excuses, uncommitted, intoxication, overconsumption of things, impatient, unrealistic, gluttony. On the flip side, adventurous, insatiable appetite, open, upbeat, optimistic, open to possibilities, playful options, excellent communicator. But it's got a picture of a table with lots of food on it. And then we've got challenger, orbiting, bon vivant, unorthodox spirit, low self-control, reckless, extreme, excess, hedonistic, fueled by unbridled passion, shallow. On the other side, devil-may-care attitude, independent, music and art, agent of change, expressive, luxurious, mysterious, magnetic, and liberated. All right, look at that. Okay, there's a weapons card, focus on now, compass, feeling lost and doubting goals, wishing for overnight success, empty promises, challenges, confused. On the flip side, independent, be proud of yourself, stick to your chosen path, curious, important, role coming up, mentor. I love cards with the compass rose on them, guys. I actually love that symbol. Remote control, let it be, rebuild, accept, surprise, going forward, unwavering, devouring mother, snow. We had more snow last night. Maybe an inch, if that. Journeys, jealousy, sadness, secrecy, cold, death, negative emotions, isolation, loneliness, withdrawal on it. And then it's got the flip side meaning, which is merriment, youthfulness, romance, hibernation, deep thoughts, purity, innocence, peace and tranquility, and fun. And she's walking through the snow. Rope, charger, wedding ring, a ring, tarot cards, getting too involved with others, nosy, unfulfilled in life choices, fear of unknown, feeling disconnected, worrying about your future. I'm going to give you the flip side too. The flip side is connect with spirit guides, inspired action, overcoming fear, positive influence, happy spirituality, finding your purpose, and enlightened. Olive branch. Let me flip through some more here. Bicycle. Mercury. Again. Spirit speaks. Seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. Seek advice to steer judgment as insightful talks illuminate your journey. That's a beautiful card, guys. Now this one is funny to me. High chair tyrant. Demanding and capable of taking criticism, brat, narcissist, fails to take responsibility, needs constant attention, entitled and arrogant. And look, it actually looks like a rat, or not a lion. It's got hands, but it's got a lion's face or a cat face on it. Okay? On the flip side, high energy, enthusiastic, risk taker, helpless but powerful, inspiring, joyful, sense of wonder, playfulness, uplifting. But look at that face. Gold, hourglass, puzzle, struggling to solve problems, stock, lack of knowledge, clarity and confusion, mistakes. Flip side, someone will come to your aid, be strategic and patient, confidence, resolving problems, time with others. Neptune, here's one of Neptune. Escapism, delusions, hypochondria, stuck in a trance, addiction, poser, naive, deception, misplaced flattery. On the flip side, youthful, illusions, abstract thoughts. Be reactive and proactive in problem solving. Think outside the box. Gut instincts and fluid. So this should give you all a pretty good idea of how these cards go. And I intend on using these for messages. Okay. So that is the Spiritual Symbols deck. And guys, I have more decks coming. That I will be working with. I also have some of my older decks that I am sending to people. Stephanie at iScribe, is getting one of my river deck because it just didn't speak to me like I thought it would. And Witch and Sith is Sith. I don't pronounce it right. I don't care. She's getting the Dante deck. I haven't mailed it off to her yet. We're waiting for our next, waiting for the funds to come in to send it. And then I'm going to send it to her, and hopefully we'll see them using those cards because their names just screamed me. Okay, so this is the, what's blocking you now. Singles and relationships, but I don't think it's going to be just that because, eye candy. Beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. Okay, that could hold true with a lot of different things. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are and move on. If you can't change someone, or you feel like you're trying to change someone and you're not happy, walk away, guys. I mean, you know, there's someone out there for you. Don't let this false belief make you miss out that there's no good ones left. How many of us older people have said that? There's no good ones left. They're all taken. Guys, it's not true. Being cold. You seem unapproachable because you are aloof. Try being more friendly. Burned out. You feel emotionally burned out right now? Retreat and recover before continuing. Nope, not going to do that one. Unless it comes up in a reading. Make friends and spend time by yourself to take the pressure off your relationship. Being needy. You don't need to play games to keep the right one interested in you. And there's some of these people playing, what is it, really playing Scrabble? Or is that some kind of dice game? Parcheesi, maybe? They're playing with different colored dice. It looks like Parcheesi from the cards on the table. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway, playing games. You tell yourself bad things. Change your stories and see the good things that happen. Now, guys, a lot of times we do tell ourselves things that are just absolutely not true. Okay? And I went through this phase once. Indecision. You're afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. You won't move either way. Guys, some mistakes is all about learning and becoming a better person every day. Okay? Never be afraid to make a mistake. Okay? It will all come out in the wash. Trust me on this. Vulnerable. You can't express true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. Retreating. Your fear of being hurt has made you retreat. It's time to get out and try again. So, guys, the imagery on some of these cards sometimes will speak to me about other things, like this one right here. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new, staying stuck. This feels like she's on the astral level and coming into a new gateway or a new portal of changing things or even stepping into some type of new energy. So I know the card says one thing, but I pick up something different from watching it because of all this swirling energy around her. So it could be that it's each of those. Getting rid of a pattern that's keeping you stuck and also stepping into a new, brand new you, right? Losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. I love the paint in this one. See how they got the paint swirling around? And guys, it is sometimes kind of difficult for some of us to stay true to our own selves and relationships. And when that happens, you just have to step back and get some clarity about what you're doing and where you're going to keep your sovereignty. Too much work. You tell yourself it's too much work, but really it's an excuse not to get involved. So lots of different messages here. This one here, now see, this is another one. Walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. But as this person walks, they are breaking up their past of how they were doing things. And it's all crumbling in. And they are, it feels to me like they're leaving some old past behind of themselves that wasn't working and walking into the future with some new ideas, even if they're going it alone. So I get a kind of a different message off this picture itself. Okay? So sometimes, like I said, guys, sometimes I just get something different than what they get. This one, rushing. You can't hurry love. The right one's coming in. Perfect divine timing. This one has an Alice in Wonderland feel to it, kind of, to me. It's like you're going along your path and you feel like there's not enough time, but actually the time, or even the time could be right for starting something new. The time could be right for ending something, okay? And as you're walking towards it, you see light at the end of the tunnel. So I sometimes get kind of different messages off of what I see. My intuition tells me something different. This one is building blocks, giving too much. You're depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. This to me also feels like kind of climbing out of something like that and reaching again your own sovereignty and becoming who you're meant to be. Okay, so everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Seeking perfection. Wow. Kind of reminds me of Tracy Chapman. I don't know if anybody knows her. She's a folk singer. Fast Car. Anybody remember that song? I had 2 or 3 of her albums. I absolutely loved her music. I absolutely loved her music. Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. Looking out to sea. Reflecting on that. Or even turning your back on something and seeing the fluidity of change coming towards you with this water. And new ideas that are going to take you, or traveling even to another place. Wow. Facing this doorway, trying to decide if you want to go through it or not. That's kind of a different message than what is on the card, guys, but that's what I'm seeing. See, I sometimes get totally different messages. Oh, okay. So that's these 2 decks. Guys, I go, see, that's what I'm talking about. I listen to my own intuition. I don't, what's on the card doesn't always speak to me about, you know. So, anyway, so I wanted to share those 2 decks with y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You will be seeing these cards to show up in the readings. And I hope it will give y'all some extra guidance. Love and light.